Boom! What is up? We are live, 8 o'clock on the dot. This is Jason J. Boom Leagard, and I'm bringing you a very special kind of on-the-fly, power-packed, jam-packed, full of value webinar here tonight, a little hangout, and I called it A.A.Y, all about you, because it ain't about I, it's all about you. This is how to stop waiting, start winning, and start blasting into profit and progress. And the reason I even broke out the tie and everything, you know, matching blue fedora, you know, we got to go stylish. What is up? We are live, 8 o'clock on the dot. What? Hold on. We got feedback. Sorry about that. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Hey, on the fly, things are going to happen. Anyways, so the reason I wanted to do this webinar on a Thursday night on the fly is I wanted to share with you some of the lessons, perspectives, and hardcore knowledge, tactics, strategies, wisdom that I have gained through my experiences with a high-level mastermind since April of this year. And this is heavy-duty stuff. This is no joke type knowledge I'm about to give you for free tonight, okay? Because again, this is about you. And even the main theme of this webinar has to do with one of the lessons that I actually just experienced recently. And it's the small things, it's the gigantic things that make differences in your business, in your life, in your productivity, in your profit. All of these things, they're all intertwined. So I'm not, before I get diving into it here, if you are on live, go ahead and click the chat option. Because I do have the chat pulled up here. In fact, I'll say, hey, everybody. And of course, I'll type boom, because that's what I do. So that way it's up, so I can see if you want to submit questions, feedback, give me a shout out, whatever you want to do. All right, boom, we're going to dive right into it. The first, foundation, kind of like a foundational element that I want to share with you is I call it BBB. And I'm not talking about the Better Business Bureau. All right. I'm talking about basics, build, bling. Basics, build, bling. Because here's the thing that I have really realized, especially through my experiences over the last few months and the progress I've been making, is that when you take a hard look at the top earners, whether it be in network marketing, internet marketing, just high-level entrepreneurs in this, in the online industry or even offline, it doesn't really matter. But in the world that I work in, it's online. It's this world we're in right now. It's always these top-level leaders. It's always the foundation is always basics, building on basic knowledge, basic strategies, basic daily action steps done over and over and over and over again. Now, granted, they might have a great new idea that can kind of put a twist on something, and they might put out a certain special promotion at a certain time that's a little different than the norm. They might use a new tool. Maybe they've never done a Google Hangout like this, and it's like, oh, now they have that capability, they throw that into the mix. But how they consistently earn money, imagine that, earning money in your business, high profit margins, all that good stuff, all the bling, they're doing those basic action steps every single day. It could be mailing a brand new email to their list with value and an action step every day. It could be a Google Hangout twice a week. It could be a webinar twice a week. It could be a new video put up 3 times a week on their YouTube channel. It could be a blog post every Tuesday and Thursday. It's creating a new Facebook ad and testing it starting every Monday morning. And then doing that on a rotation. Again, it's just over and over and over. And it's not sexy. Okay? That's not sexy. That's not shiny object, squirrel, all that kind of stuff. And all the whiz bang and the flash. you know, and all that stuff. It's none of that. It's basics that build bling. And if you just keep, what I've learned is this part of what I've started to implement is getting a schedule put together to just work those basic elements every damn day. And the momentum increases constantly. And you're going to get to a point, just like these top earners, where your basics are going to build out so much bling that you're going to be rocking gold chains, so much of it. You're going to have so many gold chains. Mr. T is going to walk up to you on the street and go, "Hey, boy, I pity the fool that has more chains than me." That's what's going to happen if you just stick to the basics. So BBB, basics build bling. Number 2, and this one is so simple. And I got to say, it's probably the most difficult thing for any one of us to do. And I don't care if it's working out, a new diet, or building your business online. And it's this: imperfect action starts the reaction. Imperfect action starts the reaction. What do I mean by this? This Google Hangout tonight is a perfect case in point. I knew I had this content, this value. I had to get it out right away. And I'm like, well, it's Thursday night. I didn't, lead up into this. I didn't get promotions out. I didn't run any Facebook ads. I just pretty much slapped it together. I had my content. I have my content right here on my phone, and for notes, and broke up my MacBook Pro, made up an image to put together. Here we are. We're live, and this is being recorded. Is it perfect? Not even close, but I'm here. You're here, and you're soaking in this wisdom. You're soaking in this knowledge. And the thing is, because I am taking imperfect action, but I'm taking action by doing this tonight at 8:07, this starts a reaction. And it starts a reaction in 2 important ways. Number 1, by taking imperfect action, this is a win tonight. I have accomplished something for my business today. And what happens is you do that. Well, then when I get done with this, it's going to make me want to do something else. And then another thing and another thing. And there's that momentum. And it just gets you rolling. And the second thing is, by taking this imperfect action tonight, going live, recording this is a piece of content. This is a piece of high ticket value that I can now leverage in my business for you by having this recording available so that you, your friends, your business partners, whoever you want to share it with, can come back to this and gain the knowledge. They can gain these insights, which then helps their business. Because again, this is A.A.Y, all about you. Because the fact of the matter is, you don't care about me. To be completely honest, you might think this is a great hangout. You might like me. You might like the fedora. I mean, come on, who doesn't like a fedora? But as far, this is about you. You want to get something from this hangout. You want to receive value from me to use to your advantage. And when you take imperfect action, that's how you're going to build your business faster. That is how you're going to get in shape faster. That's how you're going to get that diet locked down. And speaking of working out, I heard an interesting quote. It was in an interview with Ramit Sethi, I think it's pronounced, New York Times bestselling author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich. He is great friends with Tim Ferriss, and he was actually on Tim Ferriss's podcast. I heard this quote he used, this example, is Ramit had a email subscriber, and he had asked them a question like, what's one thing that you tell people all the time that you want to do, but you don't do it? And this lady emailed back, said, I always tell my coworkers and my friends I want to jog 3 times a week, and I never do it. And he emailed her back and said, well, why don't you jog 1 time a week? And she goes, once a week? Why would I jog once a week? That doesn't do anything. And he was just blown away by that mindset. I mean, think about that. And what he said was, we would rather dream about doing something big rather than do one thing and actually get it and actually get it done. That's what's so crazy about that mindset. So imperfect action is going to start a reaction for you. So take that to heart. Now this has two parts to it. Questions make you money. Let me repeat. Questions make you money. How do they make you money? Number one, ask your prospects, your leads, your customers questions. These are the people that are buying your products. They're watching your Google Hangouts, whatever it is. Ask them questions. Say, what did you like most about this on-the-fly hangout? I mean, what was your biggest aha moment? Ask them, I see you purchased Climbing the Mindset Mountain, the product that A.A.Y and myself put out recently. What did you think? Like, could you send us a testimony? Is there something we could have improved? Was there something else that you were looking for out of that product that you felt you didn't get? What was your favorite part? Ask your customers, your prospects, your leads, ask them questions, because then you're getting to the heart of the matter. You are getting into their hearts, their minds, their needs, their wants. You're asked, and that's going to turn into profit, because then you're better serving your customer, because you flat out ask them, what do you want? What do you need from me? That's what you're asking your customer. Now, the second part of this, of questions make you money, I've had the distinct pleasure of going to many live events in the realm of just, I guess I should say, personal development or entrepreneur type events. And I've met some amazing freaking people. And there's some folks that are doing big time things, and I love what they're doing, and I respect them highly. And I'm running right after them to get to that same level and beyond. So when you're around folks like that, and it doesn't matter who they are, go ask questions, because guess what? The answers that you receive could save you months and months of time and frustration and aggravation and depression and just getting pissed off. I mean, so you ask a question, and that answer could lead to a breakthrough in your business. It could be all of a sudden you're like, oh, if I tweak this one thing, this tiny way, all of a sudden, my emails are getting opened at 75% rather than 40%. Guess what? That might make you some more money, because more people are seeing you. They're seeing your product. They're seeing your service. They're seeing your value. So you ask questions to get answers to then move forward faster. That's a huge one. And you got to drop your ego a little bit there too. When you're asking questions, especially of people you want to learn from, we all want to think, we're king of the hill and that we know everything already. Well, we don't most of the time. So, drop that ego, ask the question, and you'll be amazed what it could do. All right, hang on. Anyways, oh boy. Yeah, speaking of ego, dumping the ego. Oh, this next one. This one's heavy. Don't just hear. Listen. Don't just hear. Listen. I'm going to say it again. Don't just hear. Listen, listen, listen. There's a big difference between hearing and listening. And here's what I want to talk about. In fact, it reminds me, I think it's the movie White Men Can't Jump with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. I think Wesley's telling Woody Harrelson about Jimi Hendrix, like, oh, you can hear Jimmy, but you can listen. Or no, he did the opposite. I think that he says you can listen to Jimmy, you just can't hear him. I'm going the opposite, because When you're an entrepreneur and you're building your business online and you get the chance to be around a six-figure earner, a seven-figure earner, you develop a relationship with that person. You've had conversations, and they've given you some tips, and you've done some things, and you're hustling your butt off, but maybe you're still struggling. And then that person, that mentor, comes up to you and says, "You know what? I was watching you work that one angle with your business, and when it came to your marketing, and especially with Facebook, and I had an idea that I think you should try, because I think it really would match with what you're trying to do." Now, you could hear the seven-figure earner give you that suggestion. You could hear it. You could stand there and go, yeah, okay, well, okay, what is it? Or you could listen to that suggestion. There's a huge difference, because you could hear what that person told you, the person that you are learning from, the person that is in a position that you want to get to, and you could hear the suggestion. But if you just hear it, there's a very, very good chance you aren't going to do anything with it, because your ego is going to stop you. Your ego is going to go, yeah. Okay, sure, good idea. But I'm already doing it this way. And this is what I learned, and I'm going to do it because it's my way. Again, it's all about I. Dump that. You need to listen, because if you're just looking at the situation logically and you're like, okay, I'm building my online business. Here's this person, he's a friend, he's a mentor. He has made upwards and over a seven figures with his business in a year. He just gave me the suggestion that I could actually put into action for my business. I should listen to that suggestion and go and do that. Okay. And I want to, I mentioned this at the top of the show here, the hangout, that even the theme of this hangout it's all about you and providing you this high level value as much as I can, stems from a conversation I had with one of my mentors, Brenda Gagne. And she gave me a quick call and just was like, she was noticing a couple things, and she gave me her perspective. And she's like, you might, why don't you think about that? And I did very much. It was rattling around my brain for like a good half hour after the conversation. And so what did I do? So I heard what she said, but I listened because I'm implementing the suggestion by doing this hangout tonight, and just with different aspects of it. I listened to her. So there's the difference. You can hear something which could mean absolutely nothing to your business, to your success, to your progress. If you listen, that means you heard it, you took it in and said, okay, let me get to work. Let you get to work. That's the difference. All right. Boy, it's only been 20 minutes in and I'm flying through these points. Woo! This might be just short, sweet, to the point. Boom, get in, get out, which, hey, you got stuff to do. I know you're working hard. So you got stuff to do. So I'm going to keep rolling. All right. This next one is huge. This is huge. And this is one of the more difficult things to really lock down. And unfortunately, until you really let this one just lock in, it's so difficult to get to that next level, to get that breakthrough. And it's called belief. And you may have been noticing my mug of water, faith. So faith, belief, two versions. But belief. And here's the thing, most of us believe in ourselves and in our dreams. You believe in your dreams, I'm sure, to a level that's just earth shattering. You've got your idea for your business and how you're going to help people, and you're going to create this training product. You're going to create a course. You're going to write a book, and you're going to be a New York Times best-selling author. You are going to speak from stages. You are going to create a new app for the iPhone that's just it's going to change people's lives. I mean, you've got to you believe like no one has ever believed before. And yet you self-sabotage yourself sometimes. Maybe a lot of times. And you're working hard, and but you're in the struggle, and you celebrate wins, and then you can't even really do that sometimes. You kind of hold back, and because you feel like it should be happening faster. You feel like there should be more by now. But I know that my idea is strong. I know that I believe, damn it. You believe in what you're about. And but there's just that, you can't explain it. Well, sometimes all it takes is someone else shows belief in you. And it's a powerful moment, and it can be the smallest of things. It doesn't have to be some huge grand gesture. It could just be a conversation. It could be a message on Facebook. And then all of a sudden, your intense, completely committed belief in your vision gets confirmed by someone outside of you. And it's sneaky. You're almost like, when it happens, sometimes you go like, oh, okay. So you were right. The belief you had in yourself, in your vision, in your dream, in your business, in your success, here's this other person saying, yeah, man, I see it. I see it big time. And sometimes that's what you need. We all like to think we can do this on our own. And most of the time, as entrepreneurs, to be very honest, you are on your own. You're going solo. And it's a tough-ass road sometimes. And your belief, to go with a friend's reference, go with Ross, kind of, bring it down. It happens. And then you get that outside perspective. And so right when you feel your belief start to wane, someone you respect, someone that's, doing at the highest level what you want to do says, I got you. I got you. I see it. They see it in you. Belief. Always channel it within yourself first and foremost. But just, when those moments come and you get that feedback, boy, soak it in and celebrate. Because that might be that one little push that just shoots you into the stratosphere. And this is the last point I was going to cover in this training. And it kind of goes hand in hand with what I just spoke about, where, you don't want to always, you can't go alone on this journey of being an online entrepreneur, an entrepreneur in general, but especially with online marketing and online business. You need a family. You need a family of people around you, because you just can't go it alone. Because the reason you need a family of kindred spirits, of fellow entrepreneur warriors, let's say, around you, is that this way, when you've got that level of family type support, they're in it with you. So when you're rocking it out and you're in celebration mode, they're hooting and hollering right there with you. And it makes your celebration even that more joyous. When you're struggling, they're reaching out to you to give you that encouragement, to feed that belief, to feed your belief. We were talking about this just before. to lift you, back up out of there. They're also watching your back when maybe you start to veer off from those basics that build bling, the first point I talked about, and they give you a heads up and say, hey, you might want to, let's get back here. So they give you that tough love too. Accountability. When you've got a family of folks around you that will say, hey, you said you were going to put on that live event before the end of the year. What's up? What's going on? And it's encouraging. Kind of hold your feet to the fire, a little playful, but it's important. Because if you try to go it alone, as you look to be a successful entrepreneur, to build a business online, I mean, you are making the road just way tougher than it needs to be. And granted, there's some folks out there, you probably can do it all on your own. There's certain, blessed people, they can pull that off. But what I found is, even if you can, like, that's just not a lot of fun, because when you all of a sudden you get this huge win, like you had your first $10,000 month in sales, and you're just like, yeah, I did that, man. It's like it all came together, and you're like, woo, and then you turn around and you're like, there's nobody here. So you're hooting and hollering all by yourself. I think I heard someone say, like, you're talking about like becoming highly successful, and so you have complete time and money freedom, and he's like, yeah, and you're at this, you're on the beaches of Tahiti and whatever, and he says, that's cool, but imagine if you were on the beaches of Tahiti with all of your friends, because they're on this same path as you. That's a party. That's a celebration. Hanging out and just, hey, all right, cool. Yeah, hanging out on the beach of Tahiti. Yeah, that's fun. You're going to meet some new people, I'm sure, but to have your family, that family of fellow seekers, those entrepreneur warriors, they're going after it just like you are. To have that around you, it feeds the fire. I always talk about, like, my job is to inspire the fire in you. Having that family, that it helps feed that. It feeds that flame. So yeah, I mean, wow, 28 minutes. That's a lot of value. Boy, I didn't even have caffeine or anything. I wanted to share these perspectives, these lessons, strategies, you could say, whatever you want to call them, tonight, because I am very, very blessed to have been a part of a high level mastermind. It's called Ignition. And I was accepted into that mastermind this past April. The event was held actually here up in Carefree, Arizona. And the next one's coming quick. It's barely a little over 3 weeks away, in November 21st through the 23rd. This fedora is already booked to be on a jet plane heading to Tampa to be with my Ignition family, and to learn and to grow and to get more breakthroughs and to lock in the focus even more, and what's the next step. And that's why I had to do this hangout tonight when the moment struck, when I was able to put together these lessons. It just started to flow, and I'm like, I got to get it out. I have to get it out for you. You deserved to hear that value, because you are in it right now. You're out there on a Thursday night watching this live. Maybe you're watching the recording. I don't know, but you're putting in work. You have been putting in work. You've made progress in learning the strategies and the techniques, and you're working your personal development, and you're reading the books, and you're going to events, and you're meeting people, and you're networking, and you're making progress in your business, but you just kind of feel like, yeah, you're waiting for that next level up. Like, you've done tons of stuff, and it's awesome. And kudos to you. I mean, big booms of congratulations that you're in this game of being an entrepreneur and building a business online and helping people. But you're looking, you can feel it. You feel it. Like you know that there's something to the next level that could give you even just that one breakthrough, that all of a sudden everything gets a hell of a lot easier because you save time. You get to ask those questions I talked about. You get to hear and listen. You get reminded about these basics you got to keep building every day. You know you need more of that family around you. You feel it. You want it. You want like those brothers and sisters and those best buds that feel like you've known them for a lifetime. You know, you just, you've got that belief in yourself, and but you want that extra kick. You want other people to give you that extra little kick and say, wow, that's your idea? That's what you're working on? Oh, we are with you on that. So that's why I want to shoot this webinar. I'm so excited about what's to come for you. And tonight you've got an opportunity. You see that that website underneath my name, ignition.joinjboom.com. Go over there. Check it out. There's videos, there's all kinds of information from Brenda Gagne and Justin Glover about Ignition Mastermind. Make an application. Put in your application. Do it tonight. Once you're done watching this, type it in, steps 1 and 2. Just do that for you. Because I know that you're working really hard. I know you have dreams, you have goals, you have a vision of what your life can mean, not only to yourself, but to the people you're going to touch when you create what you're going to create. You deserve to put in an application to be a part of this mastermind. You deserve an opportunity to make an investment in you, to allow yourself the opportunity to take that next step, to get into daily, consistent progress, to cut down the time and the frustration of struggling along by yourself. You deserve the opportunity to be a part of a family like I've been blessed to be a part of. You deserve to invest in yourself. You deserve it. I don't know what more I can say. Go to that website, see what happens. For you tonight, but all I know is A.A.Y. It's all about you. This is Jason J. Boom Leagart. I appreciate every single one of you that either were watching this live or watching this replay. And if you know someone that could benefit from these lessons, please share this replay with them. Share that information. It's what I want to do for people. It's what I want to do for you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. 34 minutes. We're in, we're out. That is how you boom. And as always, gratitude is the attitude that gives whose dreams altitude. Have a great night. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.